On this BuMpY 50-point inspection from Branch and Blade Brewing Company out of Keene, New Hampshire, I have Rage, which is a double IPA, comes in at 8%. On the can itself, they don't talk about what hops are used or any of that. I did not look it up, but I did go on to Branch and Blade's website, so I'll give you their history, since I've already talked about the double IPA out of what Beer Advocate has to say about it. So, the story of Branch and Blade doesn't start at a bar or a brewery, but rather on the rugby field, on a rugby pitch. Trevor had just graduated college and wanted to stay involved with the sport, so he stuck around his alma mater and coached rugby. Jesse, a transfer student, was one of Trevor's first players. As any sport will do, rugby created a bond of friendship between Jesse and Trevor that lasts to this day. In 2017, Jesse decided to move to Keene, New Hampshire, a short drive from Trevor's hometown of Hinsdale. As friends and roommates, they found themselves constantly bonding over their shared love for beer. Not the beer your parents drink, though. They were fascinated with the newest beer from the newest breweries, sampling sometimes too many to figure out which styles they liked best. Fast forward almost a year, and the opportunity to open a brewery almost fell into their lap. Founded in January of 2018, Branch and Blade was created by two homebrewers with a serious passion for the highest quality beer. Growing up in New England spoiled them with some of the most creative beers and breweries in the world. They wanted to give back to the world of craft beer by starting their own brewery that would continually offer new and innovative beers. All right, well, let's crack into the beer from Branch and Blade and start this inspection. All right, so it has a fairly tight, kind of creamy white colored head. The color of the beer itself is a pretty deep, I'm going to call that like a burnt orange, very hazy. The aromas on this, extremely fruity. I get some pineapple in there, touch of mango, say guava, passion fruit, a little bit of a tangerine. Not getting much from the malt itself, but there is a slight slight sweetness that popped up in there. So maybe a little bit of malt presence just with a backbone of sweet. All right, well, let's get into some flavors now. Cheers. Yeah, this one's kind of I'd say a lower side medium body. Carbonation's up there, it's a bit above medium. Fruity, it's got a fruity flavor right up front. I'm getting the guava and the pineapple for the most part. A little bit of that tangerine, I'd say a slight peach. Bitterness isn't too bad, it's not too harsh on this one. It does have that lingering bitterness to it. Say it's kind of in that kind of fruity floral range with the bitterness. The malt is not really showing up on the flavor. Yeah, no real malt presence to speak of for a double IPA. I would hope for just some malt. You kind of want that kind of balancing act between malt and hop, but this one's definitely hoppy, juicy. 8% ABV. It's not alcoholic. All right, well, let's go ahead and give this one a score.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
All right. right. So for the appearance, I'm going to give this that 6 out of 6. For the aromatics on this one, it's missing the malt. Like I said, I could just pick up on like a sweetness that could be coming from the malt, but there's no malt presence in this. 8 out of 10 for the aromatics. Really good with the hops. Wonderful aromatics coming from the hops. Flavor on this one, once again, there's no malt really to taste. For a double IPA, to me, it's kind of got to have that malt base, the hop, and just have a good balance as well. So no real malt, so the balance is just a little bit off because I would like some malt flavors. Other than that, I mean, the hops are coming through nice. I like the way that it's bittered and it's not harsh. It stays, the bitterness kind of stays with what the hops are giving off as flavors as well. So nice there. Decent aftertaste with this one. 15 out of 19. For the body, it's a little bit on the thinner side. Like I said, it's like a light side, medium body. I'd like a little bit more mouthfeel to it. So 4 out of 5 for the body. My overall on this one, I'm an 8 out of 10. I mean, it's definitely, the hops are coming through, are nice. I would like more malt as well, but decent flavors for the most part. So for Branch and Blade Brewing Company in Rage Double IPA, it's going to get a BuMpY 41 out of 50, which is going to land it as a very good beer. So I want to say cheers, and thank you all for watching.
Going crazy.